All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, this is the month of September, and the month of September is Read a Book Month. So, what I wanted to do is I wanted to take some of the best parts of my book, How to Punch Failure in the Face, and teach you the principles I teach in the book, but give them to you so you can apply them right now. So, I work with and I equip women business owners, women entrepreneurs who are ready to quit on their dreams. I teach them how to punch self doubt and fear in the face so that they can build the businesses they really want. So I'm going in the order of the biggest complaints that I receive from my clients. And the first one is clarity. That's why you see this. This is part of my presentation, that a workshop that I do, and this is the implementation part. And the reason we call this the implementation piece, is because until you know exactly what your vision is, you will not be able to create it. You will not know what to make a priority. You will not know which is right for your business and which isn't. And that's why most women business entrepreneurs struggle with clarity. They struggle with that overwhelm. They feel overwhelmed and they feel pressured, and we start putting our energy and putting all of our things into the wrong things. We're building someone else's business, or we're just doing what other people are telling us to do, not wisely investing our time or spending our money because it's not clear on the vision. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I modeled it after the journalism: who, what, when, where, why, how, and what, because this will help you get super clear on what your vision is. So let me see if I can do this. All right. So we're going to start with who. The question is who, and it's not, when you're thinking about your business, you normally think of who you want to help. Yeah, that is a part of the who, but the first part of the who is, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be for your customers? Who do you want to attract? Who do you want to help the most? And who can you support the best with your current level of knowledge, skills, and abilities? Right? So there's a few key things in there. You have to decide the who you want to be, and it's going to vary, right? If you're single, you can choose to be something different. If you're married, you can choose something different. If you're married with a family, you get to choose something different. With each one of those levels, we have different responsibilities outside of ourselves. And I know for me, when I first started my business a long time ago, I never asked myself that question, and I just put myself at the bottom, and I burn my candles at both ends. Had I answered this question, I would have built a completely different business. And that's what I want for you. So answer these questions first. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to help the most? And who can you support right now with your skills and abilities that you already have? Next is the what. What skills and abilities and knowledge do you have right now that you can immediately tap into and contribute value and contribute support and service to your ideal client? Start there. What is it that you have? And this is tricky for us, because what happens is, what is the most valuable about us is the thing that we value the least. We take the thing that is most natural to us, most natural for us, and give it the least amount of value. And what it is actually the thing that most people value the most about us. So if you're not sure about this, ask your current customers, ask your friends, ask your family. And if you're not bold enough or you're not confident enough to do one of those three things, then just think about what people always say about you. What do they always say about you? Okay. Now, the other thing is, what skills do you need? Are there things that you need to get better at? So you have the level that you're starting at, but you want to start looking and being proactive about the skills that you're going to need. When you grow your business to another level, what skills will you need to go from there? Will you need speaking skills? Will you need communication skills? Will you need sales skills? Will you need to hire people with those skills? Okay? And I want you to say, what will happen if you don't take this action? If you don't take any action, what will happen? More than likely, you're going to stay exactly where you are, and you're going to be frustrated and you're going to be overwhelmed. Or even if you start and you see an increase in your sales, but you don't plan to be proactive, what's going to happen to your business? I want you to write out like what will happen if you don't take that action. What's going to happen? And finally, that's like the negative part. The positive part is what will happen if you do. When you do this, and when you put what you do the best, and when you start providing that value for your customers, when you start changing their lives with your products or services, then what happens? Yes, you make more money, you impact more lives. But then what? How does that change your life? How does that change what you get to do, be, or have? Okay, so answer those questions. Then I want you to answer when. When was the last time you used your skills successfully? And I say that because we get into something that we're comfortable. We get into something that we deliver at the expectation without trying to exceed our expectations for ourselves. Does that make sense? Knowing that, going back to the first question or the second question, when you know the value that you bring, are you really using them to the fullest of their capability in your business? And then when will you trust your abilities and take a risk to ask either for a company or someone that you want your business? You want their business, but you have been afraid to ask? Or you want to grow your business, but you feel like you're not ready yet? And then the third when question to ask is, when will you ask for help? Because we think we have to do it all, that is not true. Going back to the skills and abilities, it could just be communicating your vision to people that want to help you because your vision supports their vision. So when you find like-minded people, will you ask them to support you in your vision? When will you ask for help? It is not a bad thing. It helps us get exponential results. Okay? The next question to ask to get clear on this vision is where. Where will you start? Where will you go for resources? And where will you turn when you get stuck or don't know what to do? These are all the where questions. So where will you start? If you're already in business, this can be looking at your financials, looking at your cash flow statement, looking at your sales projections, looking at your balance sheet, looking at where in your business, where are you going to start to do something different to get that vision that you want. You just got to pick one place, right? Most of the time, it's a cash flow, so we usually start with sales. But when you analyze your business, it might not be the sales piece, it could be the process piece, right? It could be you're getting enough leads in the door. You know that I'm getting enough leads, but maybe my closing ratio isn't what it needs to be. And if my closing ratio isn't what it needs to be, then I need to fix something in the sales process to close more of the customers. So it's not always more marketing. It's not always more sales. It could be tweaking a process, going back to the people that had come through your door and saying, hey, we noticed this, we've changed this, do you still want to do business with us, right? Where will you go for resources? That's the great thing about the world that we live in. Resource. This that you're watching right now is a resource. And there are so many good resources. YouTube, you can Google, you can go to blogs, you can look in your local community, go to your chambers, go to the city. I mean, go to the small business centers, go to the SBA. I mean, there's so many places for resources. You pick where you're going to go. And then know where you will turn when you get stuck or don't know what to do. Right? If you go to one of the business centers, they have resources for you there. And if you don't, you can do business networking groups, you can do chambers, you can go to other women's groups, networking groups, and just ask, because I know I have made a lot of mistakes in my businesses since I've been doing this since 2001. If I can help you not do it, I'm totally going to do that, because I want you to succeed. I want to see that. I want to see more small businesses succeeding and staying and growing. So, but decide now, start looking now before you get stuck, before you don't know what to do, because uncertainty, it hinders action. But when you feel uncertainty and you say, oh my God, I don't know what to do, I'm going to call so-and-so. And then that way you have an action when you are uncertain, where you are overwhelmed. Your action is, let me go get help. Okay? The next question to answer is, why? Why did you want to do this? Why do you want to do this? Why did you start your business? Why do you want to start your business? Why do you want to continue to grow your business? Again, it goes back to the phases. If you're of where you are in your life, your business is the same way. Why you started your business and why you want to continue to do your business can be two very different things. Because when you get started on a road, as you start helping people, it refines and gives you clarity on what you're actually able to do for your customers. So why you started it and why you continue to do it are two different reasons. So make sure that you're clear on what it is that you want to do now, because when it morphs, and we naturally morph with it, sometimes we don't adjust our processes, adjust our marketing, adjust our procedures to morph with us. And so we're sending out a message on our previous one and not updating it to what we do now. So keep that in mind. And why do the people who are important to you need you to get it done? And that looks different. It could be your family. It could be your spouse. It could be your kids. It could be your friends. Who are the people in your life that are important to you, that have been with you on this journey, that have been with you on this road and this sacrifice? Why is it important to get it done for them? Right? That goes back to the question a little bit of why, what happens when you achieve it. We get to celebrate, of course. We get to do cool things. We get to bring them with us in this moment and hopefully inspire them to do great things too. Okay? So your why. And I know most people start with the why, but I personally feel like, again, we start for one reason and we continue for a completely different reason. So get the answer to these questions done. And then don't forget, you can work with someone. Work with someone. There are so many business coaches, so many life coaches, so many personal development coaches. I'm a confidence coach, right? I deal with confidence, implementation, and accountability. So find someone that you want to work with who has experience helping people overcome challenges, has experience helping people identify opportunities, has the ability to create a customized plan based on your specific situation, not someone that's going to give you a cookie cutter solution, because that's where we get stuck and lost and frustrated and overwhelmed, and imposter syndrome takes over. So when we don't have that to our needs, and work with someone who provides support and insight when obstacles and challenges show up and can point you in that right direction. I think the statistic is that 75% of businesses, it was according a study done by the SBA, I think, that 75% of businesses who sought out help were more successful, stayed in business. Okay, so work with someone, find someone to help you get these things done. That's so important. We all need help. We all have mentors. We all have people. We all have people who are doing things better than we are, just like we are helping the people who aren't where we are right now. All right. So when you work with someone, make sure that they have this criteria. So Today was about clarity. This is ways for you to get clarity on what you're doing. And if you need help, you can always book a call with me. You can come and, if you need help, you can always book a call with me at defeatfailure.com. And I will help you get clarity and get your next 2 to 3 steps. We'll get a plan, we'll get some actions, we'll help you define this for you so that you can keep moving forward in your business. Right? So this week is all about personal development. This month is all about reading a book, which How to Punch Failure in the Face could be one of them, or developing yourself personally. Where can you put into you? So tomorrow, stay tuned in. We're going to go over the next biggest thing that stops women entrepreneurs from taking and continuing with their dream, and that's fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment. We're going to tackle how to have the courage to go forward when you're afraid. So I'll see you tomorrow.